Yeah, so thank you so much, Rakshit, for joining me today. It's great to have you over here. Uh,
Okay,
you know, it's, could you just start by introducing yourself, what you do, what do you like to do?
sure. So, hey everyone, my name is Rakshith. So, I'm 16 years old and I'm a professional motorcycle racer. So, right now, I race motorcycles and right now I'm representing India. So, my main goal for this season is to finish good position in the Asia Talent Cup, which I'm racing this year.
Oh,
And I focus on like step by step to keep improving each round.
correct. So, as you mentioned about the Asia Cup talent, so how does it progress with it? So, like from the Asia Cup talent, if you finish first in the talent cup, then where do you go next? Like, is there any like promotion or something like that?
So from the Asia Talent Cup, there is after Asia Talent Cup, there is something called as Red Bull Rookies Cup.
Okay.
So that's another platform which is like a really good platform, which is like even more closer to the World Championship.
Oh,
So once we start performing good, then automatically like teams from the World Championship, they
hmm.
recognize your talent and they call you for
Oh,
the
oh,
championships.
oh, that's great to
Yes.
know. So I think
Yeah.
we can wind back a bit, and like could you tell me about your journey? So like how did you get into a motor racing, and what was it? What does it and how does it feel like to represent India on such a big level?
Right. So how I got into motorcycle racing is I think my dad was a racer too in his times.
Oh,
So casually he just took me to the track once to see.
hmm.
And looking at everyone, even I said like, Papa, even I want to ride. So that's when the journey started. I think when I was like 9 years old,
Oh,
9 or 10 years. Yes.
that's amazing. So
Yes.
So, like currently, in the Asia Cup talent, as you mentioned, you are over there. So, are there, how does it feel to represent the nation? Because there are not a lot of people who are, interested in the field of motor racing too. That's what I think. I don't know the reality, but that's what I think. So, how does it feel to represent the nation at such a huge level?
Yes, the feeling is like actually like I'm really proud, but only thing like motorsport is not well recognized in India.
Yeah.
That's where it's lagging a bit. But
Hmm.
from representative side, it's I feel like really good because I was the first Indian to get selected.
Oh,
So
that's
first,
great. Congrats.
thank yes.
Yeah. So, going to a bit of the mental part of the sport of, motor racing, there's a lot of speed, risk, and focus which is needed for while you are riding the bike. So, how do you develop yourself mentally to, be focused and know that, that you are going at such a speed? Then how do you focus and, what do you do during that time?
So yes, for main thing for motorcycle racing is like the main thing is the physical fitness.
Okay.
So we keep ourselves really fit
Mm.
and keeping us fit also I would say helps us like mentally be strong,
Yeah.
so that way we all focus and our main priority and our focus is one and only like physical fitness,
Okay.
which really helps us during like off season training everything. Yes,
Correct.
correct.
So, like as you mentioned that that physical training is a really important part of of you developing yourself. So, is there any part when you develop yourself mentally, like any mental exercises or anything to put up with the pressure or something like that?
Yes, previously, like initial races, yes, I had pressure like during my first race or something. Yes, obviously, like we'll feel anxious, we'll have pressure.
Yeah.
But I think more and more we keep racing and the experience, I think automatically it reduces. And even
Okay.
now, yes, we do have pressure. I'm not saying it totally goes because obviously, like if some other rider is doing better or something, of course we take pressure. So I think to control that first thing is to be calm and first thing and is to enjoy. When you enjoy, you're calm.
Right.
Yes, that
Right.
was the main thing. Yes.
That oh lovely. So like during the races, how many approx laps do you have to go around the circuit? Like approximately any number?
So it depends on each circuit. So
Okay.
if example like a 5 kilometer like circuit, the laps is ideally about 12 laps.
Oh, okay.
And if like depends on the kilometer, like here in India, there's a 3 kilometer track which is there in Chennai.
Hmm.
So here we have like 10 laps race.
Yeah.
So 10 laps race is approximately about like 25 to 30 minutes race. So that's why
Oh,
we
okay.
need like endurance. So we focus on physical training a lot.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
as you mentioned that, you try during the races, there's around 30 to 25 to 30 minutes for which you race. So, how do you, prepare yourself mentally and physically before the race? So, while you are at the grid, how do you prepare yourself mentally and physically for the race?
So yes, when we are at the grid, mentally is just as I said like before, just stay calm and just focus on like what to
Mm.
do and plan the race.
Okay.
And physical, I would say just before the race, maybe while suiting up, I would
Mm.
say we just do like a 10 to 15 minutes warm up, I would say, which
Okay.
like increases our heart rate and we are like on the zone, I would say.
Understood.
So yeah, right.
Okay, understood. So, mentally also speaking, talking about, during the track, unlike, other motorsport races such as NASCAR or Formula One, I'm pretty sure you guys don't have any communication with your team. Uh,
Correct. Yes. No
so I'm,
communication. Of-
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, so I think it makes it pretty tough, to know about any
Correct.
other people on the grid, or take get continuous updates about the weather or anything like that. So how do
Correct.
you guys focus on that part of, like the bike racing compared to other motorsports?
So like motorcycle racing, I would say is yeah, main thing, yeah, we don't have like pit stops or communication in between the
Correct.
team. So it's mainly like one and only us. Like we need
Hmm.
to, and we don't have like how the cars have the side mirrors.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Oh,
So
okay.
I mean, so it's just us. Like we have to, if a rider's behind, obviously we'll know like the sound it echoes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yes, but apart from that, the weather, everything, we only judge and like the choices of tire,
Hmm.
everything. Yes, that plays a major role on strategies. Yes,
Okay. All right. So, as you mentioned that, as you just mentioned that, it's you yourself. So, in the
correct.
start, while you started to professionally race, did you feel any kind of pressure in yourself or something like that? Because it was all you by yourself. Of course, you must have practiced before it, but still, on such a huge stage, did you feel anything, a pressure or something like that in yourself?
Yes, like how I said before, yes, initial races, yes, the pressure will obviously be there.
Yeah.
Like in my first race also, I was like anxious, I had pressure.
Hmm.
But then all I was like, let's just stay calm, and slowly, race by race, it automatically we get used to it. And
Okay.
yeah, yes,
All right. Yeah. So, as we mentioned that, as you mentioned that, initially you face a lot of pressure, something like that. But as you go on, I think, uh, have you had any, a major crash or major setback, which, like through which you're mentally drained out, or you couldn't focus on the racing part itself? Was there any such instant in your racing life until now?
no. So
Oh,
far for me, I've never had like that.
okay.
Yeah, like I had a lot of major crashes, but it has never made me like setback or something.
Oh,
So
that's
yes,
great.
but that way, yes,
That's
like
that's really great to know. uh So, as you know, we talked before that in India, motor racing you know, isn't really well spread around. Not a lot of people know about it. So, how do you think that we can focus more, or we can divert a bit of focus towards motor racing, or develop the sport of motor racing?
I think yes, main thing now it's like really important is like on social media because I
Mm,
think now it's like number one in the market to spread or market things.
yeah,
Yeah, I think main thing would be like social media to promote that there is like a sport like motorcycle racing and it's
correct.
not like how we race on roads. There's
Yeah,
like separate safety measures,
yeah,
different license, everything.
mm,
Yes, I think main thing yes.
correct.
Apart from that, yes, news articles, everything will be
Yeah,
really good.
yeah.
Yes,
So yeah, so because like in India, most of the people tend to focus on either cricket or football. Those are the two
yeah,
main sports. Yeah, yeah. So like as you mentioned that there's a bit less focus towards your side. I mean, motor racing. So while you are going the path, the journey to become a professional motor racer,
yeah.
so were there any difficulties which you faced? Like either getting sponsors or getting the license or getting in contact with teams or something like that. Were there any difficulties faced by you?
No, so far no, because I was lucky enough the time I started.
Yeah.
So there was this Honda India conducting like a program. So
Okay.
first in 2018, I was selected in the Honda Racing India,
Oh, that's great.
like the team. So I kept racing with them. So yes, they are like they had sponsored me until that time.
Mm.
And until now, I'm racing for Honda Racing India, the factory team. So
Oh, all
far
right.
they take care of everything for me. Yes,
That's great. So,
yes.
mm,
So there are
yeah.
only like riders for Honda factory, and I'm one among them, the Honda India team. Yes,
Oh, that's great. So,
yes.
that's something to be really proud of, especially people, yeah. So, similarly on those lines, through the journey which you have made until now, what is the moment which
Yes.
where you really thought that yes, this is a moment to be proud of myself? Was there any particular point where you're really
Uh,
proud?
I think yeah, as I said before, the Asia Talent Cup, right? I was the first Indian,
Yeah.
so that thing, yes, really proud of. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually great, representing India at such a huge level. That's really great. So, you know, uh, till now, in your racing career until now, what has been your
Yeah.
like biggest lesson overall? And other than that, a mental lesson for you as yourself. Like, what has been the biggest lesson and the mental lesson?
So mental lesson, I would say maybe yeah. First mental lesson I would say is when we are not having fun, we are not fast enough.
Yeah.
We tend to take a lot of pressure and thing which affects our performance.
Mm,
And physical, I would say never like stop working because you never know opportunities are right around the corner.
yeah.
So every day we have nothing, just keep working, I would say.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was really interested to know about this thing. A lot of time, what I've seen, I'm an avid Formula One follower. So a lot of time
So
in F1, what I've seen is that a lot of people, they tend to get much more angrier when their team is underperforming or something like that. They get really aggressive. So have you faced any
yes.
similar instances during your career? Like
No, so
in
far no, because when so far what I've experienced with my Honda factory team, so every time we have like a bad performance during a race, we all like have a meeting end of the day and we keep
correct.
working together and see where we can improve for the next race.
Hmm.
So that way I felt it's like really plus point about the team and they
Okay.
cooperate like really good and we work as a team to get better. Yes.
That's great to know. Uh,
Yes.
so similarly, till so as you have mentioned that in as we discussed also that India it's a bit not downgraded but it's a bit less focused upon sport. So,
Yes.
do you think from the Asia Cup talent, because it's mainly Asia, so India is a huge part. So after that, do you think that it would be easier for you to, enter the Red Bull Cup, as you mentioned, and everything? So do you think the process would be smooth enough? It would have a bit of hiccups in it too.
I would say there are a lot of hiccups since the competition is not at all easy, as there are a
Yeah.
lot of them coming from all around the Asia, and
Mm.
Red Bull rookies is stepping up to the Europe,
Yeah.
so that is not at all easy.
Yeah.
So yes, that's what I said. We keep working, and
Yep.
that'll make us eventually get better. Yes.
Yeah. Uh, so of course, so exactly
Yeah.
as you mentioned, that there are a lot of people from, especially Europe, as you talked about, a lot of Red Bull athletes, are developing. So from the Indian perspective, do you think that the training and the training provided to you from, as being an Indian or being from India, is it really on the same level as the training which people get from Europe, or no, there's a huge gap?
Yeah. So like how cricket is treated here, right? Like you
Yeah.
see let's say every park or ground, they play cricket in the evenings.
Yep.
So in Europe, that is motorcycle racing for them. You see like every car park, one each of them is training. Like that is
Oh,
how their sport developed over there. Yes.
oh,
And the facility there is really good. Compared to us, it's like we are nowhere, right?
so I think there's a huge gap which needs to be built
Yes.
upon. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So, what advice would you give to, young athletes who are trying to build a strong sports mentality? And yeah, what advice would you give to the young athletes?
I would just say keep working. Tough times will come, but never give up.
Yeah.
Always just keep working and give your 100% in whatever you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really great. That's a great advice. And, towards the end, I wanted to know that what do you think yourself, like what has been the best race for you until now?
Right. Best race until now, I think in Qatar I won both the races. I
Okay.
was the first to win both the races as well there, like in the
Yeah.
400 class.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I won back to back both the races.
Oh, that's really great. Congrats.
Thank you
Congrats
so
on
much.
that. Uh, and the last few questions. So, what do you plan for your next? Like, as you mentioned that after the Asia Talent Cup, there's this Red Bull. So, how do you, plan your racing journey from now on? And yeah,
So right now planning, I would say, like now I'm just start preparing from now, like watch the
mm,
races which happen in past, like analyze those races. So
okay,
when I go there, it's like not like a new thing, like
mm,
the circuit, because obviously when I go there, you have to adapt to the new country, weather,
correct.
everything is new, and the people around is new. So I would say this thing, just get prepared, and for the riding side, be prepared here, like see, watch the videos which happen
Mm,
like before and analyze those things. Yes.
all
So
right,
we get
that's
a idea.
okay.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So I just wanted to know, as you mentioned that you are currently racing with the Mahindra Indian racing team. So
Yes.
when you go to the like the Red Bull Cup, the
Uh-huh.
thing which it's called. So does the Mahindra team come with you over there also, or it's like completely a new base?
Yes. So the I race for Honda. So yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
Honda
sorry,
team.
Honda.
So the Honda team, yes, for the Asia, they do come and support me during every race. But for the Red Bull thing, I doubt it because even for them, it's like the flight ticket, everything they have to put.
Correct.
But they do have like after every session, they have their results and everything. So
Okay.
yeah, it's mostly me alone. Correct. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, like, just the last question, as as being a such young person, and being on such a global level. So you must be getting a lot of praises and everything. So do you think that being such a young kid, or during the start, when you were into motor racing, you wanted to pursue a
Yes.
career, did anyone criticize you or something like that, especially being in India, where people criticize a lot. So did you face
Yes.
any such criticism or something like that?
Criticism, not really. Just that in the starting, my mom was like not fully like thing because she also had like studies. But now
Yeah.
I'm in this level, so obviously she's also really into it and supports
So
me.
yeah.
Yes.
All right, so that's pretty much it. And just a last thing. Since since you are such a at a huge level, if anyone wants to follow you and your races or something like that, where can we do the same?
So yes, I have my Instagram, so I'll be like posting like before the race, I'll be posting like I'll keep you guys updated, and even you can watch the races on YouTube as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it is accessible, right?
All right. Okay. So that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining in, Rakshit. It was great having you. And it's a journey you need to be proud of, and everyone needs to be proud of. And I hope the
So
best for your journey ahead too.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes,
Bye.
thank you. Bye.